Welcome! This is Like It's 1985, and this is my review of Transformers Cybertron Ultra Class Jetfire. Here's Jetfire in vehicle form, and it is a big vehicle form. I guess you call this a plane. That's what I'll refer to it as. It does have capability to roll along, as you can see. It rolls really well, and that's due to a couple of rollers here. As far as I can tell, and as far as I know, there is no landing gear. So it kind of just sits on the surface flat without any landing gear. And for a size comparison, here we have Thundercracker Classics Seeker Mold in vehicle form. As you can see, this is a deluxe class figure versus Jetfire, a ultra class figure. And you do have articulation here at the wings to that degree. These little winglets back here do articulate as such. And lots of nice silver paint here along the wings, out back here, highlighting the engines back here as well. You can see there, nice detail, Autobot symbol right there. This is a figure I bought used off of eBay, so it is missing the missiles that normally would go here and here. So I don't have those, and the figure does have electronics, although the batteries that it requires are like those round circular watch batteries, and it requires 3 of them, so I don't have, I can't show you the sound. It does have a attack mode, I guess you could call it. You take the back section here, flip it over like this. You can see there's the some gun emplacements here. It has a slot for the Cyber Planet key. This is not the actual one that comes with Jetfire, but it will work just as well. And if we take a look here, insert the key, and it pops up like that. So you do have a attack mode, and just to reset that, remove the key and push down and back like that. So that's all there really is to say about vehicle mode. I will say though that you can actually see the head here, the top of the head here in, so as you can see, you can flip up the robot head here and have it displayed while in vehicle form. So you do have that option. Alright, so transformation, let's take a look at that. Very basic. A nice thing about these Transformers Cybertron figures in general are that the transformations are relatively simple compared to the movie line figures especially, and the fact that if you watch the actual cartoon, the Transformers Cybertron cartoon, there are Transformers sequences or transformation sequences that show pretty much the complete transformation, which is kind of a nice touch, and actually kind of teaches you how to transform the actual toy. So to begin here, go ahead and take the rear section here, get that out of the way. We'll take care of the legs first. The legs are formed like this. On tab and bring out the legs. Rotate the torso here so it's facing forward. And then you have a foot and a heel to bring out. Alright, so we want to take this section here and attach it to this section here. You have a slot and a tab. These will come together and tab into place, and pay attention to the actual green sections here as we do so. And you can see they pop out on the side. Really nice automorph there, which is kind of cool. You do have this big gap here, and there's no really getting around that. You can actually, when I transform the arms, it kind of hides the gap here, but it is there, just so you know. As for the arms, you want to take this section right here, untab it from the wing, bring it down. There's a slider mechanism there. You want to slide this all the way forward, like that. Open up this red piece here, and rotate the arm down so it's straight. What that does is it'll actually bring out the hand just enough so you can grab onto it like that. Same thing over here. And extend out the arms. Next thing you want to do is you want to take the head, bring that up like so, and this basically just sits here and doesn't really attach to anything. So there we have Jetfire in robot mode. Let's take a look at the back here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation for this figure. At the head, there appears to be a ball joint. So you do have a range of movement there. Of course, you can move the wings up and down here at this joint right there. I found out that you can actually detach the wing entirely from this main section. You do have articulation at the shoulders, like that. They don't swivel. You do have a 90-degree bend possible at the elbow. There is no waist articulation. You do have the hips on ratchets. So, you know, out the side, forward, back, swivel at the hip. You have a very slight bend at the knee, and that is what you have for articulation for Jetfire. Okay, like I said before, the figure actually is missing some weapons that he can hold in his hand. The weapons actually attach in vehicle mode here and here, but sadly I do not have those. Like I said, I bought this used off of eBay, and because it's used, I believe it tends to have problems standing. I mean more so than if it was new. You do have the backpack here that is definitely making the figure back heavy, but then there's also the fact that this is a used figure, not new. So I do have to kind of lean my figure forward, as you can see there. And as I mentioned before, there's a gap right here. You can kind of block it from the side with the arms and do it that way if you want, but there is a gap there, you know, in the back of in the middle of the torso there, in the back there. And here's a size comparison with Deluxe Class Thrust on the left and Voyager Class Transformers Prime Megatron on the right. As you can see, Jetfire does stand tall over both of those two figures. Alright, thanks for watching. This has been my review of Transformers Cybertron Ultra Class Jetfire.